So this thing is really awesome to have in your arsenal because, and if you see how thin they are, so yeah, they literally start mummifying. Here we go. Yummy, yummy. These are banding pliers, and this is the little green ring that goes with it. You're a little stinky. I'm sorry. Dang, that's cute. People with goats aren't really that normal though, are they?
I suppose not.
Anyway, hello goat lovers, Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and today I'm going to show you how to turn a buck into a wether. Alright, so here is the deal. I have three. I got Hank here, I got Wingman here, and I have this silly little guy right here as bucklings from this year's kidding. Boys, my goodness. So I'm going to go over the supplies needed. However, these three little boys do still need their hooves trimmed, and I do need to give them their monthly dose of selenium. First up, you're going to need a little dude like this. You're going to need a set of these. All right, and then we are going to need some gloves, and then we're going to have some cotton balls because we need to clean the area really well with alcohol. And then you are going to need a bander, of course. So we have two different types. This one here are the plier banders, and then they have this little rubber band that you buy for them. And then there's the California bander. Now this one, because of the age of the little dude that I'm banding, he's a little too big for this one, so we're gonna use the California bander. I'll show you how that's done. And also, I am going to be giving a shot of Banamine for the little dude. Again, because of his age, the older they get, the kind of more it affects them. And since he is about 7 months old, I'm gonna give him just a shot of Banamine, which is just pain reliever, just to help him through the first couple of hours. Okay, so this is selenium and vitamin E paste, and this is something that I give all of my goats every 30 days. And it is just a vital mineral that they need to stay healthy. It helps with reproduction, and mainly it helps with muscle development in their nervous system. So again, very important to give, and I give it every month. Here, we're gonna give you this, okay? It's so yummy. Look at you, you love it. I knew it. He actually did really like it last month. I don't know what his deal is. So there are actually many reasons that you might decide to turn a buck into a wether. Now all that means is that he's a castrated male, so he can no longer make babies, and it's helpful because a lot of people like goats as pets, and the best pet goat is going to be a wether because they're not, a doe is going to go into heat every single month, and a buck is going to urinate all over himself, and they have bucky tendencies. They want to rub up on you and, you know, just show a little more aggression than a wether would. So wethers make really, really great pets, or if people like to harvest them and use them for meat, then obviously it's best if your meat is not peeing on itself the whole time. So if a buck is of really great quality, it's hard to wether them, and this particular guy does actually go under that category. He is not being weathered because he isn't good quality or doesn't have the pedigree to prove his lines by any means. This guy, he was born skittish, and he's just stayed skittish. So, which happens sometimes. Now we do separate and we bottle feed all of our babies so that that doesn't happen, but sometimes they're just born skittish and you really can't break them of it. Since I did have two other little dudes, I was hoping I wouldn't have to wether him, and I've continually spent time with him and just trying to help him adjust to human interaction, but he hasn't came around. And if I sell a buck, I want them not only to be great quality, but I also want to make sure that the buck isn't hard to handle. So I did mention that I was going to give him a shot of Benamine, and that is a pain reliever. So that is intramuscular. It is going to go right here in the meat of his neck. So I'm just going to clean it real good with alcohol. Benamine is something that you can only get with a vet prescription. So if you happen to have a good relationship with your vet, then maybe you could get yourself a prescription too, for instances like this. If I didn't have Benamine, then I would still castrate him or band him rather, and I really wouldn't worry about it. But because I do have it, this is just going to ease the discomfort for the first couple of hours, just a little bit for him. I know. Okay. All right, so now we are just about ready to band him. He is super mad at me now. So what I'm gonna do is clean the area that the band is actually going to go around, because you want to make sure that that's real clean. There's no germs, bacteria, all that good stuff when the band is just kind of stuck there, because eventually these testicles are going to harden up and they will literally fall off. Did you know that not all goat milk soap is the same? Well, it's true. While most soap makers are shopping around for the best deals, here at Blue Cactus, we're shopping around for the highest quality and best ingredients we can find. So don't be fooled by other goat milk soaps. With over 20,000 sales, almost 5,000 reviews, and a 5-star rating, we are proud to be making skin feel better one bar at a time. Buy Blue Cactus soap and feel the difference. So head on over to our Etsy shop and show your skin some love. The link to our Etsy shop is in the description below. So like I had mentioned, I am going to be using the California bander because you can band larger testicles than with these pliers, but I'm just going to show them to you real quick. So these are banding pliers, and this is the little green ring that goes with it. So what you would do is just put this really super thick rubber band, obviously a lot easier than I'm showing you because it's on camera, and you just kind of put it on the pliers there, you open it up, and then what you'll do is you will pull those testicles through, you close it off, and then you kind of take it off of the prongs here. Now, do not use a different rubber band than what is intended for this tool. This is a special rubber band that is just for banding, you guys. So do not attempt to use a different rubber band. And then there is the California bander. So this thing is really awesome to have in your arsenal because if you do have a goat that's a little bit larger, or, you know, in my instance, I was waiting and hoping he'd come around, but he didn't, so I'm gonna weather him. And I can't use the other pliers. So these things are awesome. So I'm gonna put my hand through there, and then it comes with these rubber bands. Okay, so this rubber band has a notch here and this metal piece, and that notch goes right into here so that it stays in place. And then you have this rubber band that you put through your pointer finger and your middle finger, and you're just gonna kind of hold it there. And then I'm gonna show you on this towel here that I just got wrapped up, right? So I have it in my hand like this. I am going to grab said testicles, and now I'm going to pull all the stretch out of it, come around, and then that goes in the notch. So just like that. You could not get a finger under that. Nothing's really gonna go under that. It's super, super tight. And then you would just disconnect. And then you see this towel here will not ever breed again. What we're looking for is to get up as high as possible. You wanna make sure both testicles are completely down in the scrotum, and you don't want to get his teats. So you are gonna have to stay below those teats. The teats are on his belly, so we are just gonna make sure that we get below those teats, because you don't want to have the teats fall off or anything. That is not part of what we're doing. So once again, we have everything we need. We have those, we have the tool, and we have the rubber band, right? So I'm gonna put my hand right through here. I'm gonna grab this. I'm going to put this metal piece with the notch all the way down in the end so that it's good and secure. I'm going to put this rubber band in between my pointer and my middle finger. I'm going to hopefully have him, behave for me. And I'm going to grab him here and make sure both testicles are as low as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna come in between his legs, grab this rubber band, stretch it, pull, and hook it in there. So once you're done, you want to check that everything looks as it should. And that is up very high. If you guys see, testicles are down below. And then if you can also see, both teats are above the band, just like that. All right, guys, so that is how you use the California bander. To be quite honest, there is no fun way to do this. There is no complete painless way to do this. This is just simply the method that works best for us, and it seems to really get past them here fairly quickly. So these balls, like I said, are going to get cold within the next couple of hours. Nerves are going to start dying, and that will become numb. So for the first couple of hours, some are worse than others. Some doesn't seem to even phase them, and some are gonna lay around and kind of moan. But they do get right back to acting normal fairly quickly. I would say the most common question that we get about banding is, when do you take the rubber band off? Do not ever remove the rubber band. Obviously, if you just did it and something happened and you did it wrong, you would have to do it right then, and that is the only instance you should be removing the rubber band. So what's actually gonna happen over the next couple of weeks, where the band is up to their stomach, it's gonna start separating. So their balls are gonna get hard, and they're gonna shrivel up, and they are going to get mummified, and it is going to break away from the skin, and then they're gonna fall off. So about 2 months is when this takes place, when they'll actually fall off. But I'm gonna just show you guys here. This is just a little set of testicles, and if you see how thin they are, so yeah, they literally start mummifying, and then you collect them and give them to people that either need a pair or have earned a pair.
That doesn't include on normal people, though.
People with goats aren't really that normal, though, are they?
I suppose not.
Anyway, this is what they look like. Do not remove the band. They will fall off. It takes about a couple months, and just make sure to keep an eye on the area where the band is, because once it starts separating and removing from the skin, from the stomach, you're going to want to spray it with Blue Coat or something, iodine, something to help that stay clean and just free of any bacteria. Okay, so next up we have Mr. Wingman. Now, if you guys watch the channel, you probably know that Wingman was just going to be a Wether with Hank. So he was just going to be a companion for the buck I decided to retain this year. Just a small companion, so he didn't have to be with the big guys or be alone. But this boy is so stinking pretty, and he's probably not looking that great right now because he's acting silly, aren't you? But I really like him, and I have decided to keep him as a buck. Who knows? Maybe he'll fit into my breeding plan, which I don't know, or he'll just be for sale, because he is of really great lines. And you know, Mayo's his grandma. That's right. Yes. Okay, Lucky is his grandpa, and so forth. So he's a really good looking boy, but he just needs selenium and his hooves trimmed today, so he got off lucky. Didn't you? Hold on, mister. I'm gonna give you some nummy. Here we go. Yummy. That face. All right, mister. Oh, you're being a good boy. I just love little hooves. They're the cutest thing. Look. Now your little feetsies look good. dang, that's cute. Boy, his little hoovies grew quicker than the other boy. All done, mister. Come on. It's Hanky's turn. Come on. Good boy. You want your turn? Do you want your turn? You're so pretty. You're just such a good guy. You are. Okay, and this is little Hank. So I've been talking about him a lot in the previous videos, just telling you that I have kept an Oregon sun. So this guy, I did not use him for breeding this year, but he will be used next year. We're gonna let him grow a little, yes. And I don't know how he looks right now, you guys, but he is absolutely stunning. He is growing very, very nicely, and I just think he's amazing. So I can't wait to use him, huh? And of course he's a sweet boy. He tinks really bad though. He is definitely a buck, aren't you? But isn't he cute? He looks like his daddy. Yes. Cutie. All right, let's get your hoof trimmed. That's not how we do it, sir. Come on. Right there. Good job. All right. Are you okay? Can I give you this? Yes. There's a good boy. That's a good boy. But it's okay. He hates it in there. That's it. That's the worst. Actually, your hooves trimmed is probably the worst. Yeah, it's... Look at that face. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at it. Oh. Oh. You're so cute. All right, you guys. So I don't know if you've noticed that I have some new hoof trimmers here. These are Silverline from Capralite. And I do not do paid promotions. You are too freaking cute. I'm sorry. I get distracted. What? He's like a little statue. Anyway, so Jason is the owner of Capralite, and he sent me a message and asked for the address and said he has something he wants to send me. So I really didn't know what it was. I gave him the address, said thank you for thinking of me, and went about my day. So eventually I got these in the mail. So just a little backstory. These here, you can get them on Amazon. These were my first hoof trimmers, and they are booty. They are absolutely booty. Why do I still have them, you ask? And I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. I guess just so I can shove them around in my drawer and remind myself to never, ever, ever buy these, because they're not good, right? And then I found these bad boys, and I really, really loved them. So I've had a few pairs of these. I've recommended them very highly, but when using these compared to these, I have to say that I really don't like these as much as these ones. The difference between these two, these ones, like I said, I really, really liked. I've bought in a few pairs. I've recommended them. I do like them. They are good. But these are just kind of better. They cut better. They're much sharper, but these ones, in all fairness, are a little bit older, but my husband keeps them sharp for me because he's awesome like that. But the first thing I noticed was this tip here. Do you see how it's rounded? And it is not a dagger. So that's obviously a plus, because these ones here, one little mess up and they can go through you, whereas at least these, you know, they have the rounded tip and it's not as dangerous, especially too because I actually get dirt out of the hooves with the tip of it, and so this is just going to be a little bit safer, so I appreciate that. They fit in your hand really good. I like that you can lock them. I really like that right there. It's in a good spot, and I don't know, they're fancy looking. We'll give them that. So anyway, I really do like these. The first 2 bucklings are the first time I've ever tried them. Again, they are Silverline. They are from Capralite, and I will put a link below. So thank you, Jason, for the awesome hoof trimmers. I did need a new pair, and these work great. Would you like your hoovies trimmed? You are potent. You're a little stinky. I'm sorry. I just want to point this out to you guys real quick too. So this here is a collection of urine. He's been working really, really hard for this collection. But what I am concerned with is not so much that he's peeing on himself, because that is total normal buck behavior, but I always make sure that, because this pee is kind of sitting on his skin and collecting in his hair, I don't want him to get what's called urine scald. So that all that really is where it's just kind of gonna burn the skin off, really. And it can create them to lose their hair and get really bad sores. So that's something with my bucks I keep a good eye on. If it needs cleaned off or anything, or if it's getting bad, then I'll do so. But he's looking like he's doing all right. You're so cute. So let's see how my silver boy likes the Silverlines, eh? I mean, seriously, you guys, I really, really do like these. The spring action is superb. Look at that. Calm down, sir. Yeah, they're great. I love them. Gorgeous foot. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love it.
Sorry about that.